Hey, real quick, let's discuss for declares, since you'll see these throughout the engine. Like normal in C++, you include the files that you would use. So here we need to include t-object-pointer. But sometimes you run into a situation where you don't really need to know much about the file. You only need to know that it exists. Like here, I'm using a player controller and a game state, but really I'm only holding pointers to those, so I don't actually need specifics about them. And so instead of including the game state, I can actually for declare it like this. And this is basically saying there's a class with this name that exists. And so that lets me use a pointer to it without really knowing much about what it points to. There's another variant of for declare where you just type class in front of where you use it. And you can do that in functions like this. Or we can for declare it at the top, so it kind of looks like an include, but it's more lightweight, and just use that down here. And then now in the CPP file, so this was in the header file, and now in the CPP file, instead of including it in the header file, I include it in the CPP file. And this will let me use the functions on those custom types. Like in this instance, they return a string, so I need to know a little bit more than just a pointer. But because I included here, if something changes in this header file, it'll only recompile the CPP file. But if I had included it over here, and something changed in that header file, then anything that used this header file would also need to recompile. So you save compile times by for declaring when you can. And also, it allows you to have like circular dependencies. So I could have the game state using the player controller, and the player controller using the game state internal to those, if in their header files they just for declare each other, but in the CPP files where the functions are actually defined, they include each other. In that case, there's not a circular include dependency. Each one just includes what it needs. And so that's a crash course on for declares. If you can use them because they speed up your build time and make things more flexible. But otherwise, you'll just need to use a full-fledged include if you need specifics about the type in that particular file.